Happy Canada Day to everyone. Let's get into the news. Last Friday night's Night of Champions Go Home show from Saudi Arabia edition of SmackDown only did a 0.22 rating, 1.2 million viewers. Some might say that's bad considering WWE used to have a lot more. But AEW Collision last week, they did a special show because it was their go home show for Forbidden Door, which maybe it should stay forbidden because it only had 10 million Google searches. But it only had 332,000 viewers with a 0.04 rating. And what's interested in this is they really tried to push it last week. They did 2 title defenses, and Mercedes Mone appeared, one of their overpaid stars. Supposedly she makes between 5 and 6 million a year. 300,000 people watching. Hey, more people. I bet it is fans. Here
Over
we go.
100.
By the way, I'm not going to wear that hat again because Conor McGregor has made that hat uncool. 1.1 million views for my review of Brooke Hogan on TMZ. So pretty much the same amount of people watch SmackDown. Hello to you, good sir. No more second gener. Now is more second generation wrestlers than ever. Yes, and I see AJ's pushing his kid too. I know one thing for AJ and his kid. He's not big or anything, but he wrestles like AJ. I actually watched the match, and so there you go. I watched the kids' match, but it's clear that AJ probably helped them with that match. But I would say if AJ is going to help the kid, you may as well sign him because AJ is going to make sure that the kid is successful. And I'm deadly against second generation wrestlers for the most part. Because more often than not, they flop and they always get chances. And right now, as this guy says, it's like there's a nauseating amount of second generation wrestlers. Why don't you try getting people that and again they're more than ever they're hiring people with no passion, people that are just. And someone told me this the other day too. The NLL program or the NNL program, whatever the hell it is, where they get college athletes. These, for the most part, are college athletes that aren't good enough to play professional. So, okay, we're good enough to play Division 1 or Division 2, but we're not good enough to go pro. So we're just going to go to WWE as a backup plan. I hate the whole idea of that system. The best wrestlers were the characters. And that system breeds what they want, corporate yes people, but it doesn't breed the best characters. By the way, TNA is in Albany, New York tonight, a city I actually like. Been there a bunch of times. Only 600 tickets, including comps, out for a 3,500 seat arena, the Broadview Center in Albany. So not very good. And they had a terrible rating last week as well. By the way, New Japan was sold from Bushiroad to TV Asahi, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. And Cyber Agent, whatever the hell that is. These guys or TV Asahi was already a 20% shareholder, so now they've just bought the whole company. And the most important news of today, my friend Ken Patera, one of the most popular people on this channel. I was wondering, because I messaged him not too long ago about doing a follow-up interview, and he initially said yes, and now I haven't heard from him. Now we know it's been reported by people close to him that he took a fall at the gym that resulted in his C1 vertebrae being broken. So Ken is 83 years old. He doesn't sugarcoat things. If anyone's honest in wrestling, Ken Patera is one of the honest guys in wrestling. And for all the people, because I hate like 20 people out of the thousands in wrestling, for all the people that say, oh, you hate everyone, I think of Ken as like a crazy uncle. If Billy Graham would have been my wrestling grandfather, because he was like a grandfather figure to me, Ken would be my wrestling uncle.